Hey Insurance, this is Tony Cañas, Chief Motivational Officer at Insurance Nerds and PNC client advisor at the Jacobson Group. And today I am coming to you from Seattle. I'm only in Seattle for like 18 hours and 8 of those were sleeping, or 4 of those to be more exact. I'm just here speaking at a conference and I'm flying right back home. So a very quick stop. Today I want to talk to you about a topic that's very close to my heart and a topic that I am planning on starting the conversation today. This is not the end of the conversation. This is the beginning of the conversation. And first of all, I want to thank Amy Waninger, saying you'll be wanting her to speak again, from Lead at Any Level, for opening my eyes to this particular topic. And it's been a bit life-changing for me. So I want to tell you a little bit of my personal story. Today, I want to talk to you about neurodiversity, and especially neurodiversity when it comes to ADHD, or attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder. Most people are neurotypical. Their brains work in normal, and I hate that word normal, but they work in pretty average ways, the normal way we think a brain works. But some of us are neurodiverse. And neurodiversity is kind of the next step in diversity. And in insurance, except for Amy, we're really not talking about it yet. And we should get ahead of this. So what kind of people are neurodiverse? Well, on one extreme, we have people on the autism spectrum. And on the other hand, we have people on the ADHD spectrum like myself. Under the traditional medical model of mental health, ADHD, autism, things like that are considered dysfunctions or disabilities. Too little attention is given both in society and in business to how neurodiverse minds work and how we can help neurodiverse people find the right place at your company. There's good business reasons to help them find the right place. So I'm gonna kind of tell you my story basically, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit about ADHD first. So people with ADHD, we are basically dopamine-seeking missiles. We get very, very easily distracted by anything that creates dopamine. Well, that is the next text message, or right. We tend to have 43 tabs open on our browsers. We tend to have very, very messy desks. We tend to really thrive in chaos. Right, my inbox has 300,000 emails. On my personal inbox, my work inbox has a little more under control, but we tend to thrive in chaos. On the other hand, we kind of have superpowers, and literally mean that we have superpowers. We have this crazy ability to hyper focus, right? So how Insurance Nurse was built on my hyper focus, on me losing entire evenings, entire nights, entire weekends, writing articles, building the website, getting people excited about Insurance Nerds. Our ability to hyper focus. All my designations come from my ability to hyper focus. Basically, we lose track of the world and what we're supposed to be doing, and instead we do whatever's giving us dopamine right now, and that can lead to incredible productivity. And many times when people ask me how I got all my designations, I tend to say that I'm just a hyperactive kid who used to spend 12 hours a night playing video games, and then would go to school on 3 hours of sleep, would get home, take a 1 hour nap, get right back up and keep playing video games, and then graduate school with a 2.6 GPA. And the only difference is I learned to focus that hyperactivity into productive pursuits. And that is basically what we need to do with ADHD people in the workforce is help them find their way to roles that benefit from their superpowers, from their ability to hyper-focus. Also, people with ADHD, one of the genes associated with ADHD, the DRD4 gene, is known as the novelty-seeking gene. And that helps us thrive in situations with rapid change, variety, situations that reward creativity, and not only out of the box thinking, but out of the room thinking. We're really good at coming up with crazy ideas, and we might lose interest in those crazy ideas very quickly, but we're very good at helping you brainstorm crazy ideas. We're very good at getting people excited. We're very good at getting people motivated. We're very good at leading movements. So we can be, if our extreme energy can be, if you can help us channel it towards productive pursuits, we can do things like multiply the size of your Toastmasters group, like I did at 1100 Toastmasters at Nationwide, or get half Des Moines to get their CPCUs, like I did for years at Nationwide. So we have specific superpowers, but it's not easy, right? We are awful at details. I am so bad at details. Sometimes it can affect your self-esteem. It's really interesting. I have like self-esteem of steel, and my sister is also ADHD. I'm 36, she's 21. When she was, I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 years old, something like that, my mom called me crying and told me that she had been diagnosed with ADHD, and my reaction was like, I could have told you that for free. Like, of course she's ADHD. The girl's electric. Like, she's jumping from like, all over the place. And my mom is a doctor herself, not a neurologist. She's a lungs doctor. She had this dilemma, and she was working with a child neurologist who was a friend of hers, and the child neurologist said, here's all the research. You're a doctor, read it and decide, because there was no easy answer, right? Do I medicate? Do I not medicate? And I was like, medicate, like help the girl get through school. And my mom's didn't want to medicate, but the struggle she had is unmedicated ADHD kids can develop bad self-esteem. And I never really understood that until a couple of weeks ago. I missed a flight I was on time for. I was in the Detroit airport. My connection arrived on time, or my original flight arrived on time, and I missed the connection because I set my alarm for the wrong time. I set my alarm for 10 minutes before departure instead of 10 minutes before boarding. So by the time my phone rang and I was at the lounge and warned me that I needed to start walking to the gate, which was 2 minutes away, the door for my flight has just closed, and I missed my flight. And I felt like a complete idiot. And the same thing kind of happened last year. I got in trouble at work, and we'll talk about that in a later video. And one of the reasons I got in trouble is my incredible lack of attention to detail and my incredible ability to miss details. So finally, I went to a psychiatrist, and I got diagnosed with ADHD, and he gave me pills that I take sometimes when I have a really heads down day. And they really do absolutely help, but I can definitely see how it affects people's self-esteem. And ultimately, what it comes down to is neurodiverse people have certain superpowers compared to neurotypical people. And today I'm talking mostly about ADHD because that's the one that I know really well. I'm trying to get Amy Waninger to do a few episodes of Hey Insurance and talk about some of the other things like autism and some of the other superpowers and challenges of other neurodiverse people, and also how business can benefit. So within insurance, imagine what we could do. Imagine what our talent crisis would look like if you found a few Tonys and helped them fall in love with insurance, found them jobs where they would really thrive, get them selling insurance, and backed by people who can manage the details, and then release them into the wild, and especially release them into the wild of the student population, release them into colleges and high schools to get people excited about insurance, to get the next generation excited about insurance. Imagine what we could do. Set them free when it comes to the marketing and the PR and the social media, and imagine what they could do. On the other hand, your neurodiverse people on the autism scale can probably make fantastic actuaries. Their ability to concentrate, their ability to ignore distractions, is their superpower. So anyway, the biggest thing I want to leave you with is we need to embrace neurodiversity, and this is eventually going to take off in the business world, but we would be at an incredible advantage if, as an industry, the insurance ecosystem would be at an incredible advantage if we figured out how to do it before other businesses do, before we are forced kicking and screaming down the neurodiversity path. So let us lead you in that path. Let's keep this conversation going. Do you have any challenges when it comes to the way your brain works? That a slight accommodation or being at the right job would really help? What about your kids? What about your employees? Tell your stories in the comments below. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, mash that subscribe button. Also go to the Insurance Nerdery and subscribe. If you're watching this on Facebook or LinkedIn, then go to YouTube and search for the Insurance Nerds and for the Insurance Nerdery so you never miss one of our videos. Much more coming about this. TC out.